Fitz, what do we got today?
Today we got Gibson Pyle. We're talking a little PGA Championship. Down Bads of the Week, BDB3. It's a good episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the boys. We'd appreciate it. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are pumped to welcome on one of the newest Nebraska football commits, Gibson Pyle, to the pod. Boys, give it up for Gibson. Gibson, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to tell us, what has life been like since you committed?
Yeah, no, it's been great. Definitely a big relief. Just being able to kind of close down the recruitment and, say I'm committed to Nebraska. But no, it's been an honor to commit to Nebraska, and it's just been great.
Absolutely. What has the support from Husker Nation been? Has your phone just been blowing up?
Oh, it's nuts. I mean, every tweet or post I put, it's always Nebraska fans blowing me up with crazy likes and quoting tweets and everything. So it's the best.
You're a good follow on Twitter too, because it seems like you're pumping everyone else up. So it's fun to read.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely always trying to get other good players to Nebraska, and I definitely want to build this class up because I really think Nebraska has the potential to build a really good class this year.
You bet. Love to hear it, and we appreciate you doing that. Let's start from the beginning for your story. Was it always football growing up for you? Did you play any other sports? And when did you fall in love with football?
Yeah, so I kind of played all sorts of different sports growing up, like, as a little kid. And then I was actually really into Taekwondo up until about fourth grade. So I'm actually a second-degree black belt.
Yeah. We love to hear that. That's sick. Do you think that benefits you in football at all?
Yeah, no, definitely a ton. I think Taekwondo taught me a lot of things, just like hard work and discipline. That was like my first serious sport. So I was there every day, and it really taught me dedication. And so that was up until fourth grade, where I did my first year of tackle football. And then I think being on that select team, it was a bunch of sixth graders, and I was the only fourth grader on the team. So it was like sixth graders, a little bit of fifth graders, and I was a fourth grader. So I think that's when I really realized that, I can really play football and hang with some of the older kids. And it was definitely big for my dad. He kind of instilled it to me, are you the best in your neighborhood, your little town, or, the best in the city? So I played against some good talent there. And then that was when I really realized that, I really love football.
So we talked to a lot of the guys, the recruits, and a lot of them are from Texas, and they talk about how crazy the high school football is down there. What was your experience with Texas high school football? Was it just insane?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, you're talking about sold out games, 10,000 people at some of your games, which I think really prepares you for college football well, and performing on a big stage. But it's definitely nuts. I mean, this past year, every other week, sometimes back to back, you're going against an FBS D lineman. And so I think that also prepares you really well to kind of see the competition you're going to be going against.
Yeah, so what's probably the hardest thing about playing offensive line?
Probably the hardest thing is you got to have a memory of like a goldfish. I mean, if you mess up a play, or, you let up a sack, there's also another play. And it's tough being an O lineman because you're never going to get recognition. But if y'all suck or you mess up a play, everyone knows it. So really just getting past that aspect and, having faith in your own ability and your own play, and knowing and being confident in yourself is probably the hardest part about O-line.
What do coaches really look for in an offensive lineman?
Probably the number one thing at the high school level is meanness. You can't teach nastiness and effort. So really just showing how much effort you give and that you're going to be an asshole on the field, and also a good person off the field. But definitely they're going to look for it in those first couple clips is, are you a mean offensive lineman?
That's awesome. So, growing up, offensive line might not be the most popular position that kids want to play. But what do you think is the best part of being a lineman, or the part that you enjoy the most?
Definitely the part I enjoy the most is that one is the brotherhood. There's not really a unit like it. Even in college, it's the only award given to O lineman, like being the Joe Moore Award, it's a unit award. It's given to the 5 of those guys, and I think that's really important to me. Is it's not just all about yourself; it's about all 5 of those guys, and y'all's brotherhood and how y'all want to play.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Nebraska. Can you take us through your recruitment process and how you eventually got to be a Husker?
Yeah, so it kind of started in the season. Coach Raiola and Coach Williams, they reached out to me with the old staff, and so I was already introduced to them. I had some texts and phone calls with Coach Raiola, and then obviously that coaching staff changed, and so it went quiet for a little bit, and then Coach Rule got his staff there. And then Coach Knighton came down because that's his area of recruiting, Houston. And, he extended the offer out to me. And so, I kind of took it from there.
Nice.
What was one of the biggest factors during your recruiting process that led you to Nebraska?
Definitely that first visit. I really had no expectations of Nebraska or what to expect. All the coaches, their whole pitch was you just got to come visit. And so that first visit really opened up my eyes that, a lot of people's perception is, oh, it's just a bunch of corn. And you go out there and Lincoln, it's a really cool town. I fell in love with Lincoln when I first went. So, and just the whole staff and the way they love football up there was really, really eye-opening to me to go for that first time.
So when you're going on a visit, no matter what school you're going to, what are you really looking for in a school? Are you just waiting for something to speak to you, or was there a specific aspect of the school or the athletics that you were looking at?
For me, at the beginning of my recruitment, I thought I wanted to go more the academic school route. But I've visited a lot of schools, and for me, it was more of a gut feeling. Mm-hmm. I've always been a guy that trusts my gut, so taking a bunch of visits, I've seen a lot of schools, and I kind of just knew from that first visit, and in my gut, I even had friends, I sent them pictures back from when I was at Nebraska, which was so weird, and they just texted me yo, you look like you fit in. They're I don't know why, and it was super weird, and I think it was God speaking to me as well, and so definitely just that gut feeling is what kind of led me to Nebraska.
Awesome. That's super cool. So something that's really big at Nebraska, and it has been over the course of our football, is the pipeline, emphasis on the pipeline. How much was that pushed during recruiting?
It was big. Even in Nebraska fans of my comments, they were big on reestablishing the pipeline and the pipeline back. And, so after that first visit, I did my research on the pipeline, watching those teams and how they dominated. And I think that was big for me to see that, I could be a part of, the next pipeline, which was really cool to me just to be even thought about being a part of that.
Absolutely. For sure. What were your thoughts originally on Rule and the new staff when they were recruiting you?
Yeah, I'm being from Texas, so I know about Rule. My uncle on my dad's side of the family, he went to Baylor. He's a big donor there, so I knew all about Rule from his time at Baylor, and then obviously him being at the Panthers. So him coming to Nebraska and them extending that offer to me was definitely big because I know he knows how to win. So that was a huge check for me.
So what's it going to take to get Nebraska back to where it used to be and where everybody's kind of expecting it to be? I
definitely think the way Rule is going to install his culture there. I think I'm big into culture and, how all the guys around the facility walk around, how they talk and, what they believe in. So I think the culture that he's going to install there and then, getting good recruits to Nebraska as well. That's why I'm big into peer recruiting because, you got to get kids there and then develop them. I think with the transfer portal and everything as well. I'm big and to me is what developing kids. So once we get our class there, staying there and getting developed and competing for a spot, I think it's a lot bigger and you don't really see it as much in, the college football world.
Yeah. Have you gotten to play Rule in ping pong?
Not yet. That's what I'm looking forward to in my OB.
Are you good?
I'm all right.
Okay.
I would say I'm a decent ping pong player.
We love to hear it. You talked a little bit about it earlier, but can you describe a little bit the reaction Husker Nation has had once you committed?
It was great. I didn't pick the best day because I committed on April 1st. So
You can't do that, dude.
yeah, so at first it was a lot of people saying like, "Is this a joke?" Or like, "What? What is?" I was like, "No, it's not a joke." I had to reply to a couple Husker fans because I committed on that Friday, and then I called all the coaches recruiting me and told them that I'm going to Nebraska, and so. But no, I mean the love that I got from them was crazy. I mean, Nebraska fans texting me and just telling me how much that they're excited for me to get there, and it's been crazy. I mean, even for the spring game, I got people coming up to me wanting to take pictures, knowing my name. That was super eye opening to me.
That's awesome. Have you had any like run-in? There's a lot of Husker fans in Texas. Have you had any run-ins with fans that like knew you down there?
Yeah, on my first trip or for the junior day, when I went, I was on my flight in my seat, and a guy walking down the aisle was like, "Hey, are you gonna be there for the visit?" I was like, "Yeah," because I guess he saw I was a big guy, and then he like waited for a second, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, you're Gibson Pyle, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." So that was cool too.
That's like the second or third plane story I think we've heard from guys we talked to. People just recognize them on planes. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So who's someone, either a current player or a recruit, that Husker fans should really kind of keep an eye out for?
Definitely early enrollee, Gunner. I forget the last name, but Gunner, he reached out to me when I committed, and he's been super cool with me. And he looked great in spring practice, so I would definitely keep an eye out for him. He looks great and a really cool guy, so I would watch out for him.
That's awesome. Yeah, we had him on earlier. He was a cool dude. Who's kind of a recruit that you've really gotten to know throughout this process?
Ian Flint, actually, he we met just through Houston recruiting. I met him on a visit. We've always stayed in contact. So when I committed, I told him, I was like, "What are you waiting on, dude? Like, come on, pull the trigger." And so when he finally did, that was super cool to me to see him come to Nebraska as well. So I look forward to being teammates with him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ian's a good dude. What are you most excited for coming to Nebraska and being a Husker?
Really just playing on Saturdays and seeing that game day environment. I'll definitely be there for a game this year. And being able to experience that from, being on the field and being a part of the football team is what I'm really excited for.
Do you know what game you're coming to?
Right now, I know I'll be at the Northern Illinois game.
Okay.
And I'll see, just depending on playoffs. I do want to make it to the Iowa game. That would be super exciting to go.
We got to get them 2 years in a row.
What's something that you're working on going into the next level?
Definitely just my body, and then speed and strength. Definitely trying to get more muscle, and eating right, developing good habits, and always trying to perfect my craft with speed, agility, and O-line play as well.
Sure.
So this is kind of outside the box, but what percentage of plays are there holding, whether it's called or not?
If I'll put it this way, if you're, it definitely gets harder to hold at the next level, but there's going to be some plays you're holding. I definitely feel like if you're not holding, I don't think you're trying. I mean, sometimes in O-line, you're just going to have to grab his ass, and in the trenches, sometimes it goes unseen. So probably a decent amount of plays that you're going to get away with it.
Is it true that kind of part of the game as a lineman as the game goes on, you're kind of finding out what you can get away with?
Oh, definitely. So you'll kind of see, how that ref is, and then also what your opponent is like. So once you develop that sense of what you're going to get away with, in that second, third, fourth quarter, you just start ripping into him.
That's awesome. Good to know. Trev, you got anything?
Yeah, so huge Husker fans here, obviously. I know we're gonna get back. We're gonna get there. I want you to convince me that we're gonna get back to the promised land.
I mean, all I can say is, I'm putting my faith in Coach Rule. Not a game has been played, and I have no doubt in my mind that Nebraska is going to get to where it is after seeing it myself, and what he believes in and the entire staff believes in. It's truly eye-opening to see what they're going to be doing and the way they practice. It's a championship level culture there.
That's pretty good.
That's all I needed to hear.
That's all we needed.
Yeah.
That was a great answer. Boys, you got anything else?
Do you have any predictions on how this next season's gonna go?
National title?
I would definitely hope that. I think once Rule gets his culture and, his style of play, and I definitely think Nebraska is going to pull up some crazy upsets. So I would have your eye on that. But definitely, we're definitely bowl game for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Nebraska will be in a bowl game, and I'm thinking 8 wins. That's where I'm thinking right now. And then once we get there, I think that we can just go up from there.
We can work with 8 wins.
So hypothetically, take the over on the win totals. What you're saying.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, yeah. Right.
Awesome. Well, Gibson, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, giving us a little background into your life, how you got to be a Husker. And we can't wait to see you on the field on Saturdays, man. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Love it. All right, go Big Red, man.
Yep. Thank you.
Big Red, baby.
You bet. We appreciate it, man. All right, thank you, Gibson. What a guy. He's going to be good. Big boy.
Yeah. So we need.
And we need him on the pipeline. So appreciate him coming on. Boys, Dylan Raiola is not going to Nebraska.
For now.
Peters claims.
I think he'll end up here eventually.
I
thought we had him.
I don't blame him for going to Georgia.
I do.
He's
dead to me.
Until he comes back.
I mean, if you go to Georgia and you're the guy, I mean, you're going to be playing for a national title every year. You're going to be a very high draft pick. But there's also a lot of good competition at Georgia. So you're really betting on yourself going there. I think he had it made here. But he still might end up here.
Well, have you guys seen Georgia's quarterback room? It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, that's really where I didn't get it. Why you could come to Nebraska and just be the man. Like, you're the big man on campus. It's your job, and you don't have to compete for your job. Your family's here. Your dad played here. Just be a legend, instant legend. Where at Georgia, you're just going to be another 5-star. You're just going to be another guy there. And then you got to compete with all these other athletes. And I don't think people are saying Georgia offered him more money. I don't think that really matters. His dad played in the NFL. He didn't need the NIL.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kept seeing all these things. Oh, he's locked to Georgia. I still didn't believe it just because I thought Nebraska's special and we had a good chance at him. So a little disappointed. Kind of knew it was coming after all the steam picked up, but it still hurt.
Yeah. But next man up.
Who's that?
Don't know.
But
But next man up.
From
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, is that the guy that committed to Missouri?
no. I think it's somebody else.
Oh,
He's a 2025.
okay.
I mean, it is a testament to Matt Rule's recruiting that we were even in this spot.
True.
It sucks, but I don't know. I know they have another 4-star in that class, so I don't know. Until Raiola shows up on campus somewhere, I'm not 100% sold that he's actually going there.
Yeah.
Just because the reason he decommitted from Ohio State is because they got another 2024 quarterback.
True.
So that's where, I mean, I don't know. It's
interesting. I would love to have him, but
we got Sims for 2 years.
We got Sims for 2 years.
Until he tears his ACL.
Probably, yes. You're right. But, that's really all I have to say about that. It's disappointing.
It sucks, but
got to move on.
Yep,
Yeah.
You're right. Next man up.
Next man up.
We're fine.
Yep. Any other Husker news? Husker baseball we play Purdue this weekend in the closing series of the year, and we have the opportunity to win the Big Ten or also get 8th in these 3 games.
So we're in the Big Ten tournament no matter what.
Correct.
Okay,
I
that's
believe
good.
so.
is it if we sweep that we
So
win?
if we sweep and then Maryland and I think it's Michigan State, is that the other?
Michigan maybe.
I don't think it's Michigan. One of
Well,
the
I
two.
could look for you, Dylan.
Yeah, that'd be great. If they get swept and we sweep Purdue, then and whoever we're tied with. I need to see these standings.
Yeah.
Indiana, Maryland.
Oh, Indiana.
So
If one gets swept, or no,
if they both get swept and we go 3-0, we will win the Big Ten. And also, if Iowa, Rutgers, Michigan, if they all three win, I believe it's a tiebreaker, and then I don't know what it goes to.
you'd think like head to head.
I think so.
So there's a scenario where I would assume to fall that far, we'd have to get swept to go to the 8 spot.
Yes, we'd have to get swept and then have some things not go our way. Look at that spread between our home and away. 10-2 at home, 3-6 on the road.
It's not great.
It's not great.
Not great if you somehow make a regional.
I mean, just get into the Big Ten tournament, and then anything can happen in the tournament, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know. I'm not giving up till we are knocked out, so we'll see. The Bats can keep them in any game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hit the ball
Yeah.
for sure.
Not going to give up on the boys.
No, absolutely not. See what happens. Big series this weekend though. Something good.
Is it at home?
Yes. No,
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't like it if it's on the road.
Let me look for you
I
guys.
don't know. I kind of think it's away now.
You said it was 3-6 on the road.
Yes. 10-2 at home.
That's not great, but
1 second.
at
I think that's an at.
Oh,
is it not?
it did say at Purdue.
At
Purdue.
Not great for the boys.
No,
But
It's Purdue good.
Purdue, I think they're middle of the road. 10 and 11, yeah.
Ooh, Purdue's fighting to get
Yeah,
in.
these games mean a lot for Purdue.
I mean, we'll throw them a Friday game, help them out to get in, and then take Saturday, Sunday.
We would like to win all three, though,
Yeah, I mean,
if we want to win.
Yeah, but then Iowa and Maryland have to get swept. That's not going to happen.
You never know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
a lot has to go
Yeah,
right.
to win. I mean, we're for sure in, so that's good.
Yeah,
And
least it's not
anything
like-
can happen.
last year when it was last year or 2 years ago when we had to have like somebody lose and the game just got called off because of
Yeah,
rain.
that sucked. But everyone is. I mean, there's no team that's like head and shoulders above anyone else, so everyone's pretty close. So anything can happen.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens. Let's get into the down bads. Trevin, would you like to start us?
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay.
Which one's a rant, one's a personal crisis.
Let's go rant first.
All right, my down bad is weathermen.
Mm.
Just any weatherman out there. Ken Chimmick, you're on the hot seat. I'm getting a little fed up every time I check my Weather Channel app or I have 2 apps. That's how committed I am to it, and they're just always wrong. Me and Dylan had this conversation a few days ago. There's always like 80% chance of rain and then nothing. You have one job. Tell me if it's gonna rain. Tell me if it's gonna storm. They're usually good about the temperature, but that's easy. Like we were golfing on Friday, and there's like 80% chance of rain all week on Friday, and then it rains for like 10 minutes. And it's just be better at your jobs.
We got to start holding them accountable. So
Yeah.
at least.
We need to start holding weathermen accountable.
Yes.
If I mess up on a tax return, I'm gonna hear it.
Yes.
I'm gonna cost somebody some money. Weathermen, let's be better.
so I heard something about like the 80% chance of rain.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It's a 100% chance that it is going to rain. It's an 80% chance it's going to rain in your area.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
that.
Which is, it's a cop out. I think.
Yeah.
Or it's like 80% of the area is going to get.
Oh, 80%.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds.
So we were in a 20% area apparently.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. We do need to start holding them accountable.
Yeah.
The worst is when they say it's going to snow like a foot.
Oh,
and it
every
just-
time.
It's a dusting.
Every time.
Yeah.
A huge winter storm comes, stay off the roads, and then you get like
Nothing
an
happens.
inch or 2.
Yeah. We
That's
gotta-
where they need to be held accountable more.
Yeah.
And
Because
maybe it's because we're in Lincoln and Lincoln's like in a bowl. Maybe it just
Everyone says
misses.
that.
It just misses Lincoln all the time. Because I will look at like the radar and it just goes everywhere but Lincoln.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something to do it. Well, maybe we'll talk to some people in Omaha and see if they have similar thoughts. Or,
We should maybe have Ken on.
I-
And give him a piece of our mind.
I know Ken. Yeah. Questions with Ken.
Yep.
Oh.
That is a great segment.
Yeah, I like that.
Just ask him a weather question every week.
Yeah, I bet he'd come on.
Interesting.
He probably doesn't know what a podcast is, but
we love you, Ken.
yeah.
Great guy.
Just,
You just
be,
need to be
be a
better.
little better, please.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
a little better.
Brandon
All
Rector.
right. Rector.
I'm calling out all weathermen.
There's another old guy. I don't know his name. Tall and skinny. Gray hair.
I don't know. I only watch
I don't
Ken.
know his name. Him too. All right.
Yeah.
What's the first
My
one?
other down bad is me having a little life crisis per se, as going down the rabbit hole on TikTok last night and saw a video on breathing and how you should always be breathing through your nose and not your mouth. I always breathe through my mouth, so that really got me concerned. I'm always stuffed up. If you know me, it just like listen to that. It's never clear. So I've been trying to figure out how to start breathing through my nose, and it's not working out because my natural instinct's just to go through my mouth. So I've done some research. Think I have a solution. We're gonna tape up the mouth at night, which sounds scary.
Sounds terrible.
I don't think I'm gonna fall asleep very well. But you just got to train yourself. I got to train myself to breathe through my nose, and hoping that shows major results. I will report back next week on how it goes. Got mouth tape in the mail. Should be here tomorrow.
So does this mouth tape block off full breathing?
No. So it's like an X. So it'll keep your mouth shut, but it won't fully block your lips. So like if you needed to breathe, you could through your mouth, but it'll keep it shut during nighttime.
Okay.
Because I did have the fear, like, what if I'm so stuffed up that I just don't breathe, which is a little concerning, but did some research and I think it's safe. People have said it works, so
Okay.
I'm hopeful.
It's got to be hard to get to sleep in the first place when you can't breathe out of your mouth.
Yeah, I know.
To fall asleep, like the first
Because I'm
time
so
you fall
used
asleep,
to it that it's going to
that's
be weird.
It's gonna be a weird feeling.
Because you don't want to be like thinking about breathing
Yeah.
while you're trying to fall asleep. So I don't know how. Maybe I'll take some like what do you call it? ZQL just to knock me out. Melatonin just to knock me out the first couple nights.
Good idea.
'Cause I
We'll
think
see.
The mouth tape is for like snoring.
Yeah, it can be.
Okay.
No, people on TikTok were raving about it. They're like, mouth tape has changed my life. So I'm
Might
hoping
be an ad.
I see similar
Yeah.
results.
Ooh, we should try to get an ad from. What's the company called?
Any company, there's a ton out there. You could literally just take a piece of tape and do it to your mouth. So
Scotch tape.
yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out
we'll
Scotch
see.
tape.
I might be
All
down
right.
bad. I might be dead.
This might be Trev's last pod.
Yeah.
We
No,
don't know.
I'm hopeful though.
Yeah, report back next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to hear that you're taking control of your life.
Yeah, thanks.
Good.
Thanks.
Peters, what do you got?
Yeah, my down bad is Ja Morant.
Mm.
So he got caught on IG Live again with a gun. This time it was on his friend. So he still pulled out the gun. For the bad part is it was for 100 people on an Instagram Live. It was his buddy's Instagram Live, which, I don't want to say I feel bad for Ja because he's being an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, it's not excusable. Like, people are saying like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, it wasn't illegal what he did.
No, it's just
It's
dumb.
just dumb
It's really dumb, especially after he just fumbled the bag.
for like 40 mil.
Went to like therapy too, like
Yeah.
to
There's just no
get-
way he actually
No.
went there.
No.
But,
it's a
like,
good PR move though.
Yeah.
the one thing I don't know why his friend is going on, because his friend had to know that Ja has the gun.
Yeah.
So I don't know why his friend was going on Instagram Live anyway. I mean, people are just saying like, oh, his friends are just trying to flex their
They're with
boys' Ja with Ja. So like that's the one part I'm like, I kind of feel bad that it wasn't him that went on live, but I mean, he lost like $39 million because he didn't make All NBA. So that cost him a ton of money. I would be shocked if he doesn't get dropped by. I bet he gets dropped by Powerade because he has a shoe with Nike and they're like supposed to release soon. So like Nike's not going to want to give up that. But
What's going through your head?
I get how it's like it's not against any laws or anything to have a gun, but you're a role model to a ton of young kids. A lot of
Right.
young kids like love watching you play, and they look up to you as like a superstar. Just it's not a good influence. You can't be flashing guns because then these kids are gonna be like, oh, Ja did it. Why can't I do it?
Like it's cool to have a gun because he was like a 1 or 2 star in college or in high school,
Yeah.
and like he has like the story that if he was just a little smarter with his decisions, that you could pitch to kids who are like 1 or 2 star athletes and say, look, it doesn't matter where you go. You can go to a mid major, and then you can be. I mean, he was going to be like the new face of the NBA once like the older guys kind of phased out, and instead he just like loves to have guns because like
It's not that hard not to show off your gun.
yeah because the one in Denver, that one was bad because one, you're in a strip club with a gun, and also it's against NBA rules to have a gun on a team like transportation.
Yeah.
So that one was really bad. Like this one, it's a bad look, but you're not doing anything illegal. Right. But he's just fumbling the bag. I don't get it. And
Down bad.
because he's had an incident where he flashed a gun at a 17-year-old allegedly, and then
We gotta put it in.
and then he was in a car that pointed a laser at the Pacers team after the game, and then 2 IG lives got him. Just a bad.
Just be a little better. Ja.
Take a break from the gun.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
No. He is down bad.
Yeah.
Good one. My down bad is potentially Aaron Judge and the Yankees, but also potentially baseball fans that are mad. So, Trev, have you seen this?
Yep.
Aaron Judge. People are pissed because Aaron Judge. They're claiming that he cheated by looking into the dugouts while he was hitting before a pitch came, and then the dugout was like giving him a sign that it was going to be, I don't know if it was a fastball or curveball, whatever. Proceeds to hit a home run. People are mad that he cheated. But so Trev, I would love your take on this. Is that cheating? Because remember, like in high school and stuff, like we would, if you have a runner on second, you would try to give signs to the hitter if you saw the sign. If you're careless enough to have your sign stolen, that's part of the game. I feel like.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
Not really cheating.
I didn't really think about it. It just looks bad to see him glance over there, but I don't know.
Unless
I don't
it's
really
like-
think it's cheating unless they're like using like cameras to get it, like the Astros were
Yeah.
doing.
That would be cheating.
That's when I don't know. Because
If
you
you're-
can do it standing on second base. Like you can look at their signs and get an edge off that.
Part of the game is hiding your signs.
Yeah, have
So-
better signals.
I saw something where like so that pitcher had thrown 6 straight sliders, and then Aaron Judge hit the home run on a slider, and people were saying that the pitcher's like knee was opening up when he was gonna throw like a slider.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't think it's cheating.
That's part of the game, picking up that tell.
Yeah. So like if your teammates are seeing that, and you know that they can see it, I mean, you can take a glance.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's unless he's getting like buzzed
yes,
or like
then that is over.
you're seeing
Mhm.
it on a camera and then the dugout is like yelling or something, then you're cheating because you're using it. I think it's just cheating when you're using a separate device.
Yes.
But if your teammates are picking up on something, like that's fine.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's like this might not be the greatest example, but it's like if you're golfing and you see the flag blowing this way, you're picking up on a sign. Oh, the wind must be blowing
Yeah.
like harder than you think it's blowing. If the flag's just whipping, like it's just something you notice, you pick up on, you use it to your advantage. I don't know. That's the whole point of having signs. You're supposed to be able to just have better signs, I guess.
Yeah.
They taught us that in Little League. Like if
Exactly,
you notice something, if you notice a pitcher doesn't look at you ever, you take a huge lead and you steal. Like
That's why I don't get why people are freaking out about this.
I don't think it's as big deal as people are making it out to be. And the announcers were just angry old announcers. They were down 6-0. They're probably just mad.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
So think about.
I don't believe what Judge said about like because Aaron Boone had gotten tossed, and he was saying that guys in the dugout were still like yelling about it. So he was looking over there to tell them to stop.
Yeah, if there was nothing illegal going on, And
Yeah.
Aaron Judge just own up to it. Yeah, we picked their signs.
Yeah. Because it's not illegal to steal a sign. If you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah, no, I think it's fine. Down bad announcers.
Fans.
Yeah.
Okay. BDB3. This week's topic Trev came up with. It's a good one. It is apps on your phone, not including social media or messaging apps. So everything else is fair game. Who wants to start?
One of you guys.
I'll start.
Okay.
So my number 3 for BDB3 apps on my phone. This is not a sexy pick, but it's the Reminders app.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I use this like constantly because if I think of something, I know I'm gonna forget by the end of the day. So like put a reminder in, and just you don't forget.
Yeah, I like that pick.
I get it's not, a cool pick, but I use it almost every day.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Number 2 is the Masters app.
Ooh,
This
That's
app
a good app.
great
doesn't get a lot of play throughout the year. Use it for 4 days, but it is one of the like few apps that I keep on my phone just throughout the year because I know I'm gonna go back to it. I know I'm gonna need it, and I think they do a really good job of like you're getting a ton of like useful information. You can see the shots. So Masters app
Great
is
app.
number 2. Number 1, I had the Chipotle app. I use this
Ooh.
weekly. It's nice. You see all your rewards, and it's just easy to use. Saves all of like your recent or like favorite things you order.
Mhm.
So
Another great app.
reminders, messages, or Masters,
Masters.
Chipotle.
Those are good. Do you want to go? Or
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I went a little more classic route on mine. You had a couple of unique ones. Number 3 for the BDB3 apps on your phone. Going back and forth on this one. I'm going to go the clock/alarm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Use it every day. I could use like a
Alarm clock?
but I don't really like that.
No.
It's not as convenient. Number 2, I'm going to go with the weather app.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Not every it's not always accurate, but it gives me at least the temperature. I'm gonna know
least
the
a
temperature.
ballpark.
At least a ballpark for number 2. And number 1 is any music app because I use the music app maybe the most on my phone. It's always going.
Which one do you use?
Apple Music.
Yeah, that's the wrong choice. But...
You have Spotify?
Yeah.
Why? Why are Spotify people so passionate about this?
Because it's the better app and we know it.
How? It's so
Just is.
confusing to use.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not as clean as Apple Music.
Yes,
I will
it's
die on that hill.
better.
No. How?
Apple Music is a little cleaner, but I kind of like having to work a little bit.
That's a terrible reason.
I've had both. I had both trials, and no doubt Spotify was better.
Why?
I don't know. I just like it. I like the radios. You can just click on any song and then hit go to radio, and then there's just a ton of other songs. That's how I find like a lot of new music and a lot of similar songs.
Apple Music has that.
It's not as good. I don't know. It's just better.
Okay, I will die on the hill that Apple Music is better.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah. The right answer. Okay, Trev, what do you got?
My number 3, I don't know, it's kind of like a cheat code, but I'm going to go with the Safari app.
Sure.
Just because you can get anywhere with that. Pretty much find anything you need on the Safari app. That's just an easy one. I use it every day. Number 2, I'm going to go with the YouTube app. So you can watch the Boys Down Bad podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Just
great,
a good
great
app.
plug.
You can get lost in YouTube. And number 1's going to be the Bible app. Because I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I love just getting lost in the Bible. Sometimes when I'm bored, I'll just whip out my Bible app, start worshiping the Lord. It's really great. Use it constantly.
That's a great
Easy pick. Easy
Yeah,
pick.
that's
Number
a really
1,
good pick.
Bible.
Honorable mentions. I have the calculator,
Yep. Notes app.
notes
Yeah,
app,
Notes app.
calendar, maps. Maps is huge.
Yeah, I probably should have had maps.
Yeah.
Podcast.
I don't do the best with maps.
Apple
so-
Podcasts. Yeah. Any like TV app.
YouTube TV.
YouTube TV. It's nice to be able to
Ooh,
watch TV.
how about the
wherever.
March Madness app?
Yeah,
That
that's
thing's so nice because you can watch any game from the March Madness app during March Madness. It's
Sucks it's limited now.
yeah.
Trying to see what other apps I use. Oh, Postmates. That's a good
Sure.
app.
Yeah, if you're rich.
Camera. I had the camera.
Oh
Zillow's a
yeah,
good one.
jeez. Camera was a big miss.
I had it
Photos?
written down, but I swapped it.
I-
Photos, yeah.
What's the camera app without the Photos app?
What's the Photos app without the camera app?
They're hand
That's
in
what I
hand.
meant to say.
Well, you can go either way.
Yeah, they're complementary apps.
Yeah.
Great. That was good
Some economics for you.
terminology.
What else?
It's about all I use.
Stonks.
Yeah.
Stonks app.
Venmo.
Venmo. That's a
Ooh,
great
yeah.
app.
That's a
Yeah,
miss.
a banking app. Whatever
Yep.
bank you're at.
Yeah.
Hinge, great app.
Hinge.
Led me to the love of my life.
Yep. It's a good one.
Chris might have other thoughts, but
Yeah. Wonder we haven't gotten a Hinge update from Chris. in a
no.
while.
Yeah, we need to get one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he'd show up, maybe we could.
Would FaceTime would have?
I thought about FaceTime.
I don't know if that one would have
Kind of
flown.
It could play if you needed it to. It's a good list.
This was one. It's not really an app. Flashlight.
Yeah.
It's not an
Oh
app.
yeah,
That's
I use
a
that.
really
I use
good
that
one.
every day,
That's a really good
Yeah.
one.
every night.
Yeah. It's just not really an app. So I was like,
That's I
Yeah,
like
I'd
that.
gotten a
I'd
beta.
consider it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something you don't think about. You're just
What about
bang, you
like
have a flashlight on your
hotspot?
phone.
Hotspot play.
I don't have
No.
hotspot. I just have unlimited data.
Well,
I need a
like
hotspot.
if you hotspot like to your computer when you're
I don't
No.
use my
I
computer.
hate that one.
okay. That was terrible. Let's move
Is
on.
that an app?
It's kind of like the same thing as flashlight.
The settings app?
Settings. Yeah.
These aren't
Settings app. I was gonna say the App Store because you can't get any apps without
True.
the App Store.
the notes app.
Yeah, we had that.
Notes app is solid.
Oh.
You said it.
No, I said reminders.
I think you said Notes app.
You said notes.
Ah,
Should we do a roulette spin to round out the show? Oh no, we want to talk a little brief about golf.
Yeah, we won't talk too much because
Yeah.
it's so boring. But yeah, big tournament, PGA, one of the majors coming up.
Yep, big tournament.
Let's take a look at the
Trev's got
odds.
the odds pulled up.
Rahm and Scheffler are kind of just the two dogs at the top.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna be. One of them will be in contention.
I don't
for
like
sure.
Scheffler this week. His
You know?
putter's been cold.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from Scheffler.
Brooks Koepka.
I hate how
Way up
Rory
there.
is always has such low odds and he just never wins.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a good week for the live guys. I hate to say it,
I
but
think so too.
Brooks is playing well.
Mhm.
He
PJ,
loves hard
Phil.
courses.
Phil.
Brooks might be my favorite to win, honestly. DJ,
Jason Day has no chance.
no, his odds are nobody's taking that.
Plus 2,500.
Someone to watch out for, Cameron Young. Little long shot.
Long hitter.
He's from the area. Look at his major record. He's always like top 10.
Yeah,
He's played in like
he-
5 majors, like top 10 every time.
he does. put
He's
him
just
on.
solid. I don't know if he'll win, but he's a good top 10 bet if you bet.
Why do they have Taylor Gooch? He's not in the tournament.
He's not?
No, he's on live, isn't he?
Yeah.
They
but I
like
think-
changed the rule
Oh,
to
yeah.
not let him in.
True.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think is Ricky Fowler in it?
Yeah, Ricky's in.
Okay.
Another guy to watch out for, Big Tone, Tony Finau. I think this is his time.
Yeah.
This is his
Still playing
time.
well.
I don't know. You guys, everybody pick one.
Justin Thomas just
Wait.
lives.
We're picking one excluding Rahm and Scheffler, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
I
Are you
think-
are you going Brooks, Trev?
Yeah, I'll go Brooks.
Justin Thomas just jumps off the page. Just
To
wins.
repeat?
Yeah. He just wins PGAs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Cam Smith has good odds. I mean, good value.
Yeah.
Plus 3,000.
I don't think Homo's gonna do that.
Ooh. Also love Hideki. Look at
Hideki.
those odds. You have to. You got to
Jeez.
sprinkle some on Hideki.
What about Sahith? How you pronounce it?
Sahith?
Sahith.
I always thought it was Sahith. It's Sahith.
Victor Hovland.
Can't
Pat
close.
Reed?
Pat Reed. Fitz, we need a pick.
Sorry. Give me. I'll take Finau.
Yeah, love that.
I think he's been playing really well lately.
Got a big sleeper for you. Let me find him. He's so far down here.
Phil?
No.
Paul Casey made the
Man,
tournament this
where
week.
is he? Excuse me.
Earl Bonner. Is he in?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Can't
no.
control F on here?
I don't
Command
know.
F.
Command F. There you go.
There he is. Robert McIntyre plus 35,000.
Jeez.
Do yourself a favor and sprinkle $5 on Robert McIntyre. He could shock the world. Look at his major record too. It'll get you.
You've always been on Robert.
He's my guy.
McIntyre.
He's
Okay.
my guy. Most underrated golfer in the world.
Throw a hypothetical 5 on him.
Yeah. Thank me later.
Okay.
Yeah, should be a good week.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I think the
Excited
weather's
for
gonna
a
be
week.
kind of nasty and the course is really hard. So
One day.
hopefully it'll be tight.
One day it's gonna be cold. The
Yeah.
rest of the
I
days
think
I'm gonna be-
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a good finish because
Yeah.
we need a good golf finish.
I mean the PGA has been like the past 5 years
Mhm.
incredible finishes.
Yeah, JT came back from 7 strokes
Phil,
last year.
Morikawa's drive on
yeah, in San Francisco.
Green.
Grove the Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good
I'm
stuff in
excited.
the PGA. It'll be fun. All right, roulette.
Yeah. What are we up to? Are we sticking at
I
50?
think we suck at 50, right?
Yeah, I mean, we would be at like 65 because we did 3 last week.
Let's stay at 50.
Yeah, that's fine.
What did Chris have? 6?
Chris had 6.
Okay. Oh, 6 and 9.
Nice.
24.
Oh
Nice.
man, I'm choking.
Put 2
Oh,
on. This
jeez.
was- It's just
What do you have to earn? 24?
24.
I've been so close to getting this. Let's go 28.
Okay.
No reason.
I'm gonna go 15.
All
It's
right.
The wedding date
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
and Tava's birthday.
Oh,
Not
you're
the
getting
same day,
married on
but
her birthday?
No, her birthday's
Oh.
a month later, but they're both the 15th. So
That'd be
smart by me because I can remember
Yes.
anniversary and birthday just a month apart.
That's very smart.
That's a very good call.
Yep.
All right.
All right, $50.
Come on. What did I even pick? 28?
Yeah, what do we got? 6, 15, 24, and 28. Come on.
Come on, 28. Where is
15.
it?
Oh. 36.
30.
No, 34. Excuse me.
34.
34. Gross.
Damn it.
Again.
Yeah, might as well.
One
One
more.
more,
What?
and then we'll see.
Come on, 28. I don't even know where it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to watch 15 this whole time. Let's see
Where's
it go in. Where's 15? There he is.
28. Oh, I like. No,
Oh, yeah! Yeah! Let's go!
I thought that was bouncing out for sure.
Oh, it was rattling right around. Yes! Haha! That is huge.
It's really heartbreaking when it's not you.
Winner.
Yeah,
Winner.
that sucks.
Winner.
I thought it bounced out.
Dang it. All right.
Oh, felt good. Yes. Hopefully I live through the night, through my mouth tape to reap the benefits.
Maybe throw them on. We should
God,
take
feels
the
good.
money and throw it all on a golfer.
Oh, yeah. It's 150
Robert
bucks to
McIntyre.
Robert McIntyre.
All right, good pod, boys.
Yes.
Thanks again to Gibson. Congrats, Trev.
Sorry, guys.
Someday I'll win it. Maybe. All right. This is the Boys Never Bad podcast. I'm Dylan.
Peters.
Trev.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.